So I have been on YouTube for probably like 16 years or something like that. Been making videos on and off and at different times, lesson videos, singing videos, all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm not actually somebody that consumes and watches YouTube. So I'm not really very privy to new music that's coming out or anything like that. As I continue to try to come up with ways to interact with my channel, to interact with people, to showcase my abilities, to help people understand their voices and things like that, I have to kind of dive into these things, and I need to try to figure out what music I can watch. And one of the cool things about that is that I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm about to watch. So this came up on YouTube, Gracie Abrams. It's called Hit the Wall. It came out like 2 weeks ago. Apparently a lot of views and very popular. I have no idea if I'll like any of it. I have no idea if there's going to be something to analyze, but let's watch it together and let's find out. If you don't know me, I'm a professional singer, professional rock singer, professional vocal coach, been teaching for about 15 years. So hopefully I can add some value to your life today by watching this. So let's do it.
I'm a crack in the pavement, I'm a slip knot. I'm afraid that my fortress is a glass box. I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot. Felt good for a day, but that stopped.
So I absolutely love pianos that are like felt pianos. And when I sit down and play a piano that has more of a like quieter felt type of feel, it just kind of pulls me in like a warm blanket. Obviously, wonderful voice right away. A little bit of kind of a typical writing kind of pattern in terms of the way it rises and falls, but it pulls you in right away, and it's very easy to enjoy.
And I once saw clearly, but it's bloodshot. And I want you so badly, but I close off. Like I thought we get married, but I guess not. Now you can watch me hit the wall.
Ooh, right there, the end of that. Hit the wall. By the way, I have a cold, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to sing anything, but hit the wall, which she kind of eased out on that. Sometimes I wonder when people are learning or learning singing, or when they're trying to figure out their own voice, are these choices, or are they physical things that they're learning that just feel good? So for me, in terms of my journey, I've been finding a lot of stuff that makes singing more physically enjoyable. And as I do, especially even just things like vibrato and just the way I'm connecting to my voice, there tends to be mental choices that I might want to make, like things you might hear. That might have been a mental decision to pull back and just kind of let that rest right there. Or it could have just been the way that it physically feels to sing. One of the other things is that when you put a mic in front of your face, especially if it's compressed and you have a vocal chain, there's a lot more subtlety in everything. And sometimes it'll pull you out of the physical experience of singing and put you into more of this auditory experience of singing, which I've fought with a lot because I've recorded a lot of albums, a lot of songs sitting here at a desk. But then really good singers, I believe, are the ones that maybe could do both, but let's say are actually able to really sing, and then the mic is capturing their performance. Now, I'm going to say that again. It's somebody that really knows how to sing, regardless of what the hell's in front of them and the vocal chain and this and wherever they are, and if they're standing, sitting, whatever. Somebody that can really sing and put on a performance and really move somebody, and then a mic just happens to show up and capture that performance. So many singers like that are really terrific. And if we go back to like Aretha Franklin and stuff like that, she's not sitting there getting the perfect vocal chain or whatever. She was actually able to sing her ass off, and then a microphone was just, people were just lucky enough to put a mic in front of her and listen to her,
The wall, I just hit the wall. I'm not a problem you can solve.
So there's a little bit of that feminine emotional sound in here, which is really addictive and really wonderful. I don't know where she's from. I don't know if she has an accent, but there is almost a little bit of an accent coming across. But just like the video I posted on Wednesday, I talked about like the singer's accent. I posted about stop speaking or singing like you speak, and this kind of accent that comes across. Da, da, da. There's an opening of the mouth and an opening of the jaw that makes all this sound so much more musical. And you can hear the subtlety of the beautiful kind of quiet, emotional way that she's delivering this stuff. But you can also hear how she's opening up a little bit. So if we go back to like weighing the cost here,
I'm not a problem you can solve.
You can solve. So again, that could have went, you can solve. And it could have went solve like this. But it was, you can solve. And again, it opens this way. The more I continue to do that, again, as I mentioned in my other video, the more I tend to keep moving towards more of an operatic sound. So it can become too much after a while, like too open, and we can lose that emotional quality we're hearing. But I'm not a problem you can solve. As I open up like that, it tends to turn into something a little bit more magical. Hey, if you enjoy this and you want to find out more about your voice, you can click on one of the links below, and there's all kinds more things I have to teach you.
Weighing the cost impossible. I hit the wall. I hit the wall.
She might have hit the wall because she forgot her shirt and she can't find that shit.
To be violent, but I get caught. A room full of doctors and an ink blot.
So let's listen to that again. That's a little bit of that accent thing. Is it a choice? Is it a physical thing? Probably a little bit of both now, but
Get caught. A room full of doctors.
a room full of doctors. Doctors. Room full of doctors, but I get caught. Room full of doctors, but I get caught. Again, this is open. This is enunciating. Room full of doctors, right in front. But this is da 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 da.
An ink blot. I'm drawn into headlights of a blind spot. Pull over and wait for too long. I wanna be stable, but I do cave. I use when I'm able. I downgrade.
We also gotta say that we're a minute and 20 seconds in. Oh wow. Is this supposed to be the kids from The Shining? It's also worth mentioning that this song has just been steadily going uphill. I'm wondering at what point we're gonna kind of hit a crescendo.
I barely deserve it if you do stay. I wish you would anyway, but I hit the wall. I just hit the wall. I'm not a problem you can solve. Weighing the cost impossible. I hit the wall. I hit the wall. The case you playing in the hallway.
Oh, the difference in her voice there is wonderful. So again, we have kind of this breathy quality. You know, another cool thing about teaching singing and stuff like that, and that I find a lot of people have trouble with, is this breathy type of singing that you're hearing her do there. When it comes to a female voice, and a really beautiful female voice, I tend to love the breathy quality. There's a girl named Lizzie Land, is what she goes by. One of my favorite female voices. And she pretty much exclusively sings in like an even breathier tone than this. But God, it's so addictively wonderful to me. And a lot of times it can be kind of like dance music and stuff that she's doing, but just that beautiful quality and how feminine it sounds, how soft it can sound is really, really, really wonderful. But here we kind of, even though she was still kind of breathy, she was still building some compression, building some tension, and now she dropped out. And now we have this other part that makes you want to listen in a more unique way, where she's like, again, the song breathes, it keeps picking up, and now it's going to sit you back down for a second.
I hit the wall. The case you playing in the hallway.
It almost sounds like the microphone was a little bit further away, and now they pulled it right back. Da, 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 da.
Hallucinations that I downplay. I'm numb
That's so good. Hallucinations that I don't play.
until I'm making for the sharp pain. Watch my blade ricochet. Funny, ain't it? Flashbacks of my life. What a waste of what a shame at night. Face to face with every girl that
Man, that really did pick up, didn't it? It's almost kind of like giving me goosebumps just because of the difference in the music. Again, we had such a building, then we sat down, and then we kind of, now we're in this real major, lovely bridge that really kind of pays off, doesn't it?
I try to play
funny too, I'll say, there's a very big specialty that some people are privy to and they understand and some people don't. When you give everything away, then sometimes you're giving all your power away. But in this video, you can tell that she's a beautiful woman, etc. But her hair is in her face. The lighting is always kind of not really showing her. Every angle is kind of from a side or kind of obscuring her view a little bit. And it just kind of keeps making you want to be drawn in more. And the music's kind of doing the same thing where you just kind of keep getting pulled in. And again, it's because it's not just giving you everything up front. It's just leading you in a little by little by little.
Sooner or later, you'll find out I live in a pattern of breakdowns. You've been.
That's such a great line. Let's listen to that again. Sooner or later, you'll find out I live in a pattern of breakdowns. It could have been of breakdowns, but that breakdowns helps lift it up again and really just keep you in this circle that wants you to keep listening to that phrasing over and over again.
Sooner or later, you'll find out I live in a pattern of breakdowns. You've been.
We also have to mention, I'm pretty sure this is real. They had to set this tree on fire or whatever, and like, now you're gonna stand there and you're just gonna try to look good and sing along to the song that's probably blaring on like a stereo or some shit, and we're just gonna light this tree on fire.
Find out I live in a pattern of breakdowns. You'll bend to my silence, it's so loud, and then you'll lose me to the crowd. Hit the wall, I just hit the wall. I'm not a problem you can solve.
She's getting even softer and softer here as she sits us down to the end of the song. Actually, again, with the song, it's very short. I didn't really want it to end, but that makes you want to come back and listen to it again. But now I love these little breaths that are coming in.
I just hit the wall. I'm not a problem you can solve. Hit the wall, I just
Yeah, then it's just over with those beautiful notes on the piano. Interesting. So as I said, as somebody that doesn't really just follow this stuff, I'm sometimes I'm surprised. Sometimes I watch something on here and I'm like, we're going to break this down. And it's just terrible. That happened before this. And I was like, I don't even know what to say. And I want to put out positivity and love into the world. So I'm not going to sit around and just be like, well, no. But this was really wonderful. I can see why she's getting a lot of attention and a lot of hits and hopefully having success. And it was done really, really well. What do you guys think? Do you have suggestions that I could, instead of me sitting here searching YouTube blindly, can you guys give me some suggestions of things to watch that you would love for me to talk about in terms of vocals? I would love to break it down. I'd love to break down difficult things, metal vocals, difficult stuff, as that tends to be what I do. Thank you.